there's that surprise which I had for her. That was really, for me, that was the main like scary story of the day. Like, you know the way you can play the saxophone and squeak, and just sounds bad. Will the reed break? You know. So, what I did, I woke up. Then we went. Of course, I was practicing. I did say, let me practice, because I didn't want to go there. For me, that was because I'm not told. I find it very hard keeping quiet, not things, and I just learned the sax, just specifically for her, as she walks down the aisle. It's something I said I'll do only for her for the rest of my life. So I went on that balcony. I woke guys, the neighbors. I see guys are peeping from the curtains. What's going on? What's going on? Some I think maybe thought God is coming back because of the whole saxophone thing. So it was really fun. And then the day before I told her, there's just like a twitch. I told her when you hear the music playing is when you're walking. So she's actually at the door wondering what's going on, because she had an instrument, because now I was on the sax. So she didn't even know I was playing the sax. She thought it was a track. So that for me was like the biggest. So that morning I was not able to calm down. I was very edgy. Yeah, I love you, Joy. As we start this journey, know that above all, may Jesus be the center, and may He guide us. Like, Jesus be the center of our life. Jesus be the center of our life, from beginning to the end.
I just woke up thinking, what do you mean it's my wedding day? To me, it had been like someone's story that I don't know how I'm playing. I'm starring in this story, but it's not really me. So I woke up, I cried a bit. Then they gave me milk that had a lot of salt so that I don't pee through the day. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing lots of people, I'm hearing noises, people are singing out there. So I'm rushed to my room, I'm told to stay there until the women come and dress me up. I'm seeing the girls, everyone putting on their dress, my hair. It just became super exciting, and then we are being rushed because of time. So after she was done doing my face is when my mom came. It was very, very emotional, because I am her last born, and we've been very tight. According to her, I'm still her little baby girl, and I play a lot with her, which I really love. She's really taught me a lot. How she has dealt with her marriage with my dad and even us has really taught me a lot about how to be a whole wife and woman, how to take in, when to keep quiet, when to not say a thing, when to just listen to her. Yet I have really learned mannerisms of a wife through her. And even when she put the veil on me, I could see that she was proud of me, that I was not making a big mistake. Otherwise, she'd have told me. She's played a big role in my life. Dad was a bit emotional, which to me was very, it caught me off guard. I know I'm his last born, and I was very happy that I'm making him proud. I'm happy that he has taught me the key elements to look for in a man. He's been very good to my mom. And you see, those are the things that I would pick even in a mate, right? So it was very emotional that morning. But even when he held my hand and said, Joy, I'm proud of you, I was excited.
Thank you. And you're always welcome. You have inheritance in my family. Though you are going to another family, you have inheritance in this family. This is my word for you. God bless you.
I go to the venue, to a sound Ayuko. He was there, but he hadn't set up. We are like 4 grooms. I mean, total were like 6. Actually, like 3. Aye. So now panic mode. So I actually lost it at some point, because I was trying to get the levels of the mic and everything. Then a friend of mine was playing the guitar at the back. He was really excited. He was playing. I'm like, ah. So I actually lost it. Then her brother was like, "Elisha, you okay, just calm down." So he had to calm me down. And then interesting, Ian actually came, Ian Bugwa, because he was singing. So he walked in, like, who's that? Oh, that's Ian. So he actually sat there and was looking at me. So I was a bit like tense, because it's the whole TPF audition, more or less. So, but Ian was there, just listening. And then I think in my mind I thought that the church service might be packed. So like 20 minutes to 10, the pastor had not yet arrived. He was there, but he was waiting for quorum. And so there was like 1, 2, 3 people in the audience. I was like, hey, okay, sawa. So I started panicking a bit. So what happened is the pastor arrived, and Bestman took me to a room behind just to calm me down and just like make an entrance. So, but the time I was making that entrance, I was like, wow, okay, guys, I've come. The pastor was there. And yeah, so between the morning, by the time I went to church, it was so back to back. So by the time now he came in an entrance, he came with that, I was holding the saxophone like this, yellow, I was in a white suit. So we made an entrance, we went to the front. Then, of course, the praise and worship team, I think, was beginning to get ready. So it was very interesting. So that time I knew now, the moment I've been practicing for is like 3 minutes away. Hey, I'm telling you, it was, my heart was beating. But I prayed and I trusted God that, everything is okay. Hey. So the track played. I took a deep breath. Then I was like, "Da-da-da-da." So when I hit the first few notes, I knew that, good, now we are good. Because if I was scared, that first note was everything. I've done, and then, And then at that time, my dad was looking at me. He was like, mess up, you see. My mom was looking at me. No one was smiling. They just look at me. Like, because I told them all about it. So they look at me with a stern face. I'm like, is that the face you're supposed to give me? Anyway.
But I didn't know he was practicing. He actually learned a whole instrument for that day. So when I had ta-da-da, I thought, is that something they recorded? So we walked down, then I saw him holding it. So for a brief moment, I was like, what are you doing with that? You can play that. What? You see, to him, that was my surprise. But to me, I was thinking, you cannot. I was actually surprised. Then I was like, you'll tell me why you never told me you can play. And then he looked so cute. I was like, you look like a 2-year-old, like those 2 boys nowadays. So when I saw him and he came, I was like, what? What did you do to your hair?
What a question.
He looked very cute, though. Looked very cute and much younger.
And I looked at her, I was like, whoa. I was just shocked at how beautiful she was looking.
His song, Broken Road, he has sung it to me before, but not using the saxophone. And he did it so well. If only he knew, I love that thing. I love that instrument so much. It's so deep. So it was a big up. Yeah, so we enjoyed it.
It was amazing because nice, like this day has happened. There was a certainty and peace within my heart.
Even with the cameras right there, I'm like, you're telling the whole world you're marrying this man. So you better, if there's anything in your head you're thinking of. And I was very calm and I was at peace.
Love, share, and to submit till death do us. According to God's holy ordinance. Thereto I give you my vow.
Introduced me to music. So it was mind blowing. Because she's actually the reason Miss Congo, she's called Miss Congo. She's actually the reason I'm where I am today musically. So to see her and Ian sing, and then look at her and they're singing at our wedding, it was very emotional. there was a formal proposal. So what happened is, I'm in this room, I am nervous. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna sing this song, and I'm telling you, it was the longest time in my life. Every long lost dream led me to where you are. Now those who broke my heart, they were like northern stars. And then I reached down to my pocket, then I pulled out the ring, and I knelt down on both knees. I didn't know which one, so I knelt down on both knees. I was like, Joy, I love you, and that time the guitar is still here. Like, will you mind? Hey! That was the longest time of my life.
So when it finally hit me, okay, he's asking about marriage. So I said, yes. I knew the whole time it was going to be yes, but I didn't know it was going to be this soon. Thinking, what, we've dated, 6 months? You know, so I said yes. Rafton Big Girls, he also really came through with the songs and taking people around.
Joy, you're lovely. Joy, you're beautiful. Joy, you're special. And I love you so. I never thought this day would find you sitting next to me.
We are very touched by both of you. But if I can take a moment just to appreciate the Doctor of Music. You have touched us as a family. You have touched my children. You have given us a chance to express music because of you.
So spoke Patrick, him especially and his family really came through. So I'm just say a big thank you to them. And all the parents actually came then, sacrificed the whole day just to come be there for the wedding. Parents of the children who are playing, all of them actually came, and it was very good to see that they're actually in support of their music teacher. So it was very fun. His speech touched me because it made me realize that, I'm also touching other children's lives. I think the eldest child there was what, maybe 10, 11, and they're able to play solid music, and so it was very encouraging. They gave us a 39-piece dinner set. That was a blessing because I think I had 3 spoons as to the wedding day. I didn't have knives. I didn't have a fork. I didn't have plate. Man, so that was really a blessing. Yeah.
I don't even know how I started loving it so much. I so wanted one day to be able to just come out. My mom knows I dance salsa, but she didn't know how much. So I had wanted them to see it's actually a thing that I love doing and that people can do for fun. So when I incorporated it for the wedding, I knew he'd be happy. So it was also
Very
a dance
happy.
for him. So I knew it was a dance also for him. So it went well. I can say incorporating it was one of the best decisions ever because I think it brought a lot of juice in that day. Right after his kids played, it was amazing. Yeah.
With this ring and the circle of trust, I confess that I must be in love with this vow. I do promise you now to be more than you've ever dreamed of. Because I think it was a bit small.
Yeah,
I think it was the biggest disappointment of the whole wedding.
Yeah,
was the
because
cake. Yeah.
the people we gave cakes to, like I'd imagine that cake is so small. It didn't look like what we had signed up to. It didn't look like the money we put into it. 50 Gs for the whole cake. The main one and then 5 small ones, which I had assigned to everyone. But I was not happy. I'm actually still planning about just going to tell them. But
Just
it
as
tasted
feedback.
good. Tasted good. I can't complain about the taste, but it was a bit small for the price. But from the first night, we stayed within Karen Palace. This for the first and second night. Then we went to Malindi.
Honeymoon is meant for consummation, so it happened. Yeah, so yeah.
But it was good. I can
Olympic
say
Games.
played a lot of games. I'm a shy one, but yeah, God came through. God came through. Yeah. Yes, I was a virgin when I was getting married. And that I think was okay, as much as it was a gift to him, but also it was it meant I was very new to everything. So I had to learn a lot and also talk to him and really guide him to be very calm and cool with me. So I can't go to details, but yeah, very. He was too excited. His energy levels are like that of a 2-year-old. Like I was shocked. My God, I wish you knew. I don't even think I had a pulse. You know, I was trying to see whether I was breathing the whole time, but yeah. So, but being your friend, it's very important when you have a friend. Yeah. God is actually the only reason you can even keep yourself. Even the fact that I had put it in my mind, I want to get married a virgin. Because according to me, purity of a person is very vital, especially if you're planning to do the whole ministry stuff in church. And so because I have been I've been participating in a lot of CU, talking to young people, preaching. As a young person, I did School of Ministry. It's been a very vital thing that I have been praying to stick on to so that I can have a testimony. So for me, I'm happy. It was a gift to him, also a gift to myself. Now if I stand and say to a lot of girls and tell them, keep your virginity, you know, I will have a base of, I won't say, yeah, keep your virginity, though I know I can't tell them how it was for me. Make principles, not to make anyone happy, not to make your parents happy. My mom does not know. She does not even know I ever dated. But you see, it was never for her, it was for me. So it's not to make anyone happy, it's to make yourself. It's all for you. It's how much you worth yourself. Don't compromise. It doesn't matter how cute the guy is, tell him to marry you first. Why does he want the goodies?
I've had an interesting life. I had a girlfriend when I was... we were doing Sound of Music. I was at St. Austin's Academy. So there's that part for John Ralph, and there's a love scene in Sound of Music. Where the guy's like, I am 17, going on 18, baby, something. So we were acting it. And I believe strongly she asked me out. And I was like, love scene? Real life? I said yes. So it was now we are going out. But I forgot to spend time with her. So so I was playing football, rolling in the dust. So I remembered, do you have a girlfriend? Go and talk to her, go spend time with her. So I ran, but before she could even, I could even reach up the stairs, she said, she did that thing chicks do, the whole thing, and told me it's over. On the stairs, you know, I was on the, she did like sha, 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 all those things, And then I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Some love language, And then she said, by the you're dumped or something like that. I just got the words, you're dumped. Okay, so I went. I went back to playing football. So it really didn't, because it was painful, because you know, imagine, that's the only girlfriend I've actually had. And that was in year 6, she was in year 5. So since then, it's just been chaos. Rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection, and just people telling me. I remember I was in year 8, it was Valentine's. I called this chick, 567, 567. Those days there are no cell phones, So into the booth. Can you be my girlfriend? No! Why? In fact, I was chatting with her today. She said, you don't just tell a girl that you have to spend time with her. I didn't, who knows that things at like 14? No one knows that. I didn't know that. So since then, it's just maybe you like this chick, but you're unable to tell her you like her, or she likes you back. The chick I knew was my girlfriend in my head for like 5 years, but she didn't know. So, so after that in Campo, it was just chaos. Chaos upon chaos, just rejection upon rejection. So I've never really had a girlfriend, except that in year 6. She's the first chick I ever made out with. So wife made out with, yeah. So that's amazing. And it was good. It was great. You can say I'm blushing. This is really awkward, but yeah, yeah. So I even told her the other day, actually yesterday, that that was a gift. And I myself as a man, I can never forget that. Yeah, so it's one of the best things a man can have. That even when we were dating, we never even went. That was never an option. We didn't. It would be wrong for us to say she got married a virgin, but me and her had experimented a few things, but we didn't. We just helped each other. We used to have rules, eh? Like I never entered her house. She was living by herself. I never even entered like this. I've never entered her house. Whenever she came to my house, it was maybe there was a family gathering with my cousins and everything. So we just set principles, yeah. We used to talk. I mean, hanging out area sometimes would be in the car. Like if I drop her home, instead of going up to her digs, we'd still in the car and talk there. If it gets hot, to open the windows or something, Yeah. Yeah, so I'll take a walk, enter mat, then come back, continue the conversation. So we set principles and guidelines. That's what I'm saying. It's that first night thing is usually, for me, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of, because especially at the room service, then she realizes this guy is not dropping me home. He's not going anywhere. So because I made it fun, I locked the door, I said, so we were chasing each other around the room. It was so funny. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. The guy just bought dinner. Me, of course, me, I didn't want to eat. I said, okay, fine, thank you, bye-bye. Yes. So when I locked the door finally, I stayed with the key. In fact, she broke the key because she was trying to
Run
open
away.
and run away. So I locked it. I said, now it's me and him. I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, so of course the fun part was trying to remove the dress, that kind of thing. It was hilarious. It was a very funny night. But this goes to everyone out there, just trust God that you can make it through. And you can. Because what's amazing is that there are a lot of guys who are dating there's a certain philosophy out there. I should test and see whether you're compatible sexually, whether, and that's hogwash. Say it's rubbish, rather. Because we kept each other we didn't goof, and that night and the nights after it was a good experience. So it was amazing. That's what I'm saying. It was just amazing. It was fun.